And we've been leading ourselves into the place of prayer by doing a study through the book of Proverbs. We've been doing a study through the book of Proverbs. We closed up upper week in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 4. Today we go on to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. That's what we are going to start on today as we get back into this place of prayer. And Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It's saying trust, rest. It's saying get the support for your life in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Rely in the Lord, with all of your heart. Don't leave any part away. Don't leave any reservation. It's saying that this is a trust that you do without having any reservation. You're giving it's a whole in. And the God that we serve would rather have 100% of us or nothing. God would not do it. I have trust. So Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 here is saying, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and not have any reservation about it, So I pretty much was asking that question, what does it mean to trust in the Lord? Again, it's not just trust in the Lord, but it's trusting in the Lord with all your heart, giving your whole to rely on him, as it were, betting your life on him, such that if it fails, you fail. You're not leaving any reservation, any holding back. You're giving it all to him. You're as it were sold out to the Lord. That's the way to work with God. Again, God would rather take all of us or nothing, and I saw this right up here, a quote on Cooper, 1982. It says, the heart is a locus of physical and spiritual being. It is a center. The word locus means center. The heart is a center of our physical and spiritual being, and it represents the central wisdom of feeling, as opposed to the head being the wisdom of reasoning, right? The heart is the wisdom of feeling, and as against the head, which is the wisdom of reasoning. Typically we do things because we feel like it, because our heart leads us to it. Then we justify it with our head, right? So the heart is, as it were, the center of our being. Is as it were, is a control center, of our life. Our head only justifies or more fine tunes what our heart catches, because with our heart, it's closely related. There is our intuition, and the place where we get sensation, as it or information from the spirit world, from the invisible world. We do not access the invisible world with our head. We access the invisible world with our heart, right? Therein is our unconscious being. Our conscious being is closely related to our heart. Our heart is an overlap between our soul and our spirit, and it's a core, the center of our being, is found in there. Our intuition is related, or it's associated, or it's part of our heart. That's where we get sensation messages, from the invisible realm, as it were. So I say the heart is a part of us which connects with the unconscious, the emotional, and the spiritual invisible world. It is an overlap between our soul and our spirit, and it's the center of our will. Our will doesn't come from our head. Our will comes from our heart. When we will something, is coming from a center of our being. Our will is in our heart. So in all of this, God is saying that we should trust God with our decisions. Trust God with our decisions. Trust God with the control of our life, hand the control of our life into the hands of God. That's the way to live. That's a way of wisdom.